Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yugioh VRains discussion video. So we actually got some news regarding a Yugioh VRains spin-off manga way back earlier this month. I believe the article was posted June 3rd, so I'm a little late on this, but no one's really mentioned it to me. A couple of people have, like 2 or 3 people, so I figured I would mention it in a video to all of you guys on this lovely Friday afternoon. The key word, though, is spin-off manga. This is not going to be the main Yugioh VRains manga. The spin-off manga is basically a, more kid-friendly version of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's really aimed for, 10-year-old kids. It's drawn in a chibi art style, and I believe the monsters have no effects. So it's really just a very, very, very dumbed-down version of Yu-Gi-Oh! So that kids that are 8, 9, 10 years old can understand the basics of the game. So I actually think it's pretty cool that they do something like that. And so I'm just going to get right into the article. I'll link it down below, and I'll discuss what this could mean for the main Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga, when we might expect to see that. And it's just a cool little article. So here we go. It looks like fans are about to get a brand new look at the latest Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. According to a new report, Shueisha will be giving Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains its very own manga spin-off from a very familiar artist. According to S-Jump, Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains will be getting a special manga spin-off. The publisher says the title will tell a parallel story to the one the series tells with its anime. Oh, and the new title will be a comedy to boot. So again, a much more friendly storyline usually than the main manga has and that the anime has. Right now, Akihiro Tominaga is slated to pen this spin-off. The artist is currently wrapping up work for Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc-V, The Strongest Duelist Yuya, for fans. So that is the Arc-V spin-off manga. Tominaga will work with Seta Kobayashi on this new project, and fans will know the other artists for their work on gag spin-offs for series like Black Clover, which I watched the first episode of Black Clover. Seemed interesting. I heard the manga is a lot better than the anime, but that's, that was supposed to be the next big shonen. Not sure if it really lived up to that name, but I mean, I've heard it's a pretty interesting story. It's a show I might watch again. So Akihiro Tominaga, by the way, also was one of, I believe, Takahashi's assistants with the very original Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's been the main guy who's been doing the spin-off mangas. So it's pretty cool that someone who worked with Kaz and worked on the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga is doing the spin-off mangas and is the main artist and story writer for those mangas. A short blurb about this new manga title was also shared. The spin-off will be known as Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains Cyber Warrior Yusaku. Its protagonist, Yusaku Fujiki, dreams of becoming one of the top duelists in Link VRains, but that goal is easier said than done. If the teenager wants to make his dreams come true, he will have to defeat others like Go Onizuka, Emma Besso, and even Aoi Zaizen. Right now, there is no word on when this spin-off will go live. However, fans do know it will be done in a chibi style, so Yusaku is about to get a super adorable makeover. Are you interested in seeing how this spin-off goes? Let me know down below in the comments. So, big thank you to Megan Peters for writing this article on comicbook.com, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like it's kind of an interesting thing. Personally, I've never read the spin-off mangas, but I feel like I don't have any issue with it. I think it's actually a cool way to get really young kids into the game and to understand the game and be familiar with the characters in a more not as intense setting as the anime is in and as the manga is in, especially, and that's mainly because, again, it might not be, extremely intense for anyone who's 14, 15, 16 or up, but again, these spin-off mangas are aimed for 8, 9, 10-year-olds. They're really aimed for younger kids, and an 8, 9, 10-year-old might not really want to watch the anime or read the manga because not only is it maybe a little too mature for them, but it's also very, very over the top, or can be very, very overwhelming in terms of all the card effects, in terms of everything that's going on, and they could watch an entire episode and not understand a lick about the game. So this really, again, takes the bare bones of dueling and puts it into a manga, and so that's very cool. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is because if we are going to look at the precedent that the Arc-V manga spin-off and the Arc-V manga did, that means the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga might be coming out, the main manga, might be coming out sooner than we think. Arc-V manga is, some people feel it's going to go into 2020 or late 2019, which it definitely could. I personally believe that this spin-off is going to come out in April of 2019. And the reason I say that is because the Zexal manga spin-off came out April 2012. The Arc-V manga spin-off, I believe, came out April 2015. It definitely came out in April. And the main Arc-V manga came out 4 months after the manga spin-off did. So the spin-off for Arc-V in terms of the mangaverse did come out before the Arc-V manga. So if we're going to base that off of this and, you know, take the same logic here, when the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains spin-off manga gets a release date, Cyber Warrior Yusaku, then we just take 4 months into the future. We look 4 months into the future, and that will be the release date, maybe, of the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains main manga, which I'm very excited about. I'll be very excited to see who's going to be writing it and what the premise is going to be. So that should be really cool. So I'm predicting that this spin-off manga, Cyber Warrior Yusaku, will come out again April 2019, and I'm going to predict that the main Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga will come out in about August, September of 2019. That's my prediction. I don't think any Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga has run at the same time as one another. Like, I don't think there was a time where 5Ds and Zexal were running together, or Zexal and Arc-V were running together. So, does that mean that the Arc-V manga might be ending, like, mid-2019? Maybe. It would definitely have, I think, the least amount of chapters or scales if that's the case. But the mangas seemingly have been getting shorter and shorter. For instance, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds had 66 chapters. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal manga had 55 chapters. So the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal manga was about a year shorter than the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds manga was, again, based on the one chapter every month. So the 5Ds manga, if it ended around June 2018, or, excuse me, June 2019 or July 2019, that would be about 47, 48 chapters. So it is possible if, again, every manga is just going to continuously be shorter and shorter. But if you want to say it's got to be at least 55 chapters to match Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, then that takes us all the way to early 2020, and that's why the 2020 predictions have really been there. And the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga might not even start until 2020, but when 2020 rolls around, April 2020, that's probably when the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains anime is going to end. So that's why I don't picture the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga beginning after the anime ends. That has never happened before in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. So don't really see that happening, but who really knows? We don't have any news on the main Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga, but this spin-off news is pretty interesting. So give me all your predictions on when we could see maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains manga announcement. Let me know if you read the spin-off mangas, because I'm kind of interested to see if anyone does read them out there. They seem pretty interesting, but again, I've never really paid too much attention to them, but I do appreciate what they do, again, appealing to a much younger audience, which is really nice. Special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons, Alexa Baker, Christopher Johannes Bouska, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, D01, and James Rose, and to my Diamond tier patrons, Soledsnak and bouldergeist. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who supports me over on Patreon. Thank you all so much at home for watching as well. Really does mean the world to me. I will talk to you down below. Again, leave all your Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga predictions down below. Cannot wait to hear from all of you. Thank you for the amazing support, and I hope you have an amazing day. 一石を閉じて個性を磨け軽快なやむなんだよまた一つ消去頭からケツまでそれが我がエンタメだ